Welcome back. It's the perfect time of year for a warm stew, and Dean Diplock from the Radisson Blu Hotel in Athlone is here with his South African take on the dish.
Smells in the studio. Dean is going to show us how to make a delicious lamb and tomato.
Bredie.
Thank you. Good morning, Dina.
Good morning.
Bredie.
Bredie. It's actually a Cape Malay dish, as I explained. A halal dish, because they would be Muslims, so it's halal lamb. But cheaper cuts of meat, so rib with the bone. Bone, very important.
Okay.
Have to have the bone in this.
Okay.
So neck, shank, and even the rib as well with the bone on it. So all I've done is I have rendered down some lamb fat. And I'm using that for the cooking because it's all about the flavour again. So that's what you can smell it.
And do we need to do that as well with the lamb fat, or can we just use oil?
You can or use oil. Of course you could, no problem. But if you just want a really nice flavour to it. And then the pieces of meat I have browned. Now, you brown them in an open pot, just with a splash-proof guard so it's not splashing all over your kitchen. But don't close it. It starts boiling. You want to really brown it. Do a little bit at a time. You can use flour, but in this recipe it's celiac friendly, so I haven't added any flour for thickening, and it does tend to burn. So using your lamb fat, you brown off your meats like that, and then it's ready to go. Remove the meat, drain off any excess fat, and then you go in with your onions and you start caramelizing them.
So you're caramelizing in the lamb fat?
In the lamb fat, with a little bit of water just to stop it from catching. This is actually a dish without any liquid water added to it, but we start off initially and we cook it away.
Interesting for a stew.
Next, we're going to put in our tomato paste. About 2 tablespoons of tomato paste there, obviously, being a tomato dish. I'm going in with some ground clove. Very important. Now to start the spices. Our cinnamon.
Ground clove, Christmas is here.
You can add just a little water there, please, before it starts catching.
Just a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, just a little. That's fine, that's fine. Okay. Then our whole spices. I've got whole green cardamom, whole peppercorns.
Cinnamon in there as well, yeah?
Absolutely, yes.
Wow.
In goes our ginger.
Oh,
ginger goes in.
I put ginger in everything. Love it.
Ginger's very good.
That's a lot of ginger you pop in
there.
there.
Don't be shy. It's a kilogram of meat, so it's quite a bit.
They can take it.
And we cook that out now.
Smell.
You smell that? You can add a little bit of green chilli if you like, but you don't have to.
It smells like tagine at this point.
It's going to be cooked along the same way as well, because we're going to pop it in the oven and we're going to slow cook it. So you want to use an oven-proof dish or a tagine or a casserole dish that can go into the oven.
This is your favourite dish?
This is...
And it's called?
What, the pot?
Yeah.
It's called goko.
Goko.
Yeah, which means grandmother in Xhosa.
Ah, goko.
Goko. Grandmother in Xhosa.
We haven't seen you since you won the World Cup.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Great day of celebration.
Congrats to you and teammates.
And 2 days of recovering thereafter.
You had a big traditional South African get-together. You had a barbecue that day, didn't you?
I invited some friends over from Dublin, South Africans, and come rain or shine, we were having a barbecue.
Whether you won or lost.
And we did, and we won anyway, so it was a great celebration.
Atmosphere, I'd
fantastic.
imagine.
It only ended about midnight.
Oh, it's okay.
Right, so in goes our meat. As I said, it's already brown, and I'm going to put in 2 tins of chopped tomatoes.
Okay.
Okay, standard.
This is all very easy as long as you're diligent in your prep.
Absolutely. So, at this stage now, I'm just going to season it a little bit. We put on an oven-proof lid on it, and that goes into the oven to start the cooking process. Now, it is all dependent on the meat itself, how long it's going to cook, because salt and pepper I'm just putting in there, because, you know, all meat is going to be different. But
you're not going to kill this from overcooking.
No, you won't. No, absolutely. I mean, you put it in the oven, as in a slow cooker, you can put it overnight. It's perfectly fine.
But you're not adding any sugar or any
Not yet.
sweetener? Oh, okay.
We will. At this point, we'll cover it and pop it in the oven at about 180 degrees for about half an hour. Really get it starting to cook, all right? We then add our potatoes. Now, these are glassy potatoes, not soft and floury. Those lovely little potatoes are very good for this.
Have you parboiled them?
Nope, as they are raw, because there's going to still be quite a bit of cooking to be done in the oven, right? And at this stage, you're going to add your sugar. It's just a teaspoon of sugar, just to take that bitterness out of it. Exactly. So let's quickly just do that. We mix them in.
That looks so
Try and get
delicious.
them underneath the liquid if you can.
Yeah.
That's there. As I said, it is quite a dry dish as such.
Yeah.
All right. And at this point, it goes in the oven.
So varying cooking times depending on the meat, but about what, 2.5 hours?
And not even that long.
Not
You're
even?
probably looking at all in all about an hour and a half. It really depends on the meat cut itself. So we have one that's ready made.
Thankfully, we don't have to wait an hour and a half.
Now, traditionally, it would be served with rice, being an Asian dish. But unfortunately, we're in Ireland, so we make the best mashed potato.
Yes.
That it has
Laura,
to
do
go
your
with. Now,
thing.
some of them have tasted it already.
Oh, who tasted it?
Oh, I don't know.
Someone called Laura had a bit of a...
Well, yes, I didn't stick my finger in them.
So what have you done?
Oh.
The best mashed potatoes in the biz.
Yeah. you
Cream.
can Pass that to me. I'll take it.
Thanks,
Thank
Dean.
you. Oh,
Look at that. And
baby.
it's bubbling. It looks so appetizing and
so-
delicious.
There you
Smell
go.
of cinnamon. Did you get that?
The little bit of cinnamon
Wow.
makes a huge big difference.
Does.
The spices do make a difference.
Yeah.
If I can just step in.
Yes,
there.
And it
please
goes
do.
equally well with mash, I'm assuming.
I'm going to go this
Absolutely.
side because
Absolutely. You know what? I don't have spoons for tasting.
I don't need a spoon.
I'll
I'll
just
use
take
my
that
hands.
Quite literally. I'd love you guys to
So it's
taste
all
this
on the
now.
bone, so it's...
The
Oh, my
flavour
word.
is all around the bone.
Okay.
Oh, my
And is the meat just falling off the bone? You can see it's still
Literally,
just there.
literally
look.
just coming
Oh,
apart
look at
from
that.
My word.
And would you add any dried fruit into this, like mango or
You
apricots? Or...
could, absolutely, you could. I would certainly say things like apricot, peach would go well, but traditionally, this is exactly how it's served.
Bredie.
Nothing else with it.
And it's absolutely right what you said. It's a dry kind of stew.
It's a dry
not dry,
stew,
but
yeah. Would you have some spoons for us to try this?
don't
I'm sure
you worry.
there's-
Yeah, this sounds perfect.
I'll have this
Not
one.
quite. You can have this one.
I'll have that one.
This looks
I don't mind.
amazing. Yeah, well, I'll wash
there's
it
no
after.
bigger one.
That's
There's no
okay, I'll
bigger
take the
spoon
label
for
then.
It looks incredible, Dean.
Yeah, I
Taste
just have to look at it.
This is not going to be very ladylike. In fact, we should probably taste during the break, should we?
Maybe we'll do that,
Oh, well,
yeah.
just
Save
go
the
for it.
viewers. I'll go for it. You can check out Dean's recipe for lamb and tomato bredie on our website.
Bredie.
Bredie. Thank you so much, Dean. What's it like? Is it fabulous?